The MANXMAN is the last of Hitchcock's silent films. Obviously, the Blackmail was in 2 versions, but it's the last fully silent film he made. It's not typically what we think of Hitchcock. It's a melodrama, and it's set on the Isle of Man, this small island between England and Ireland. It's a love triangle. It's classic. It's set against the sort of forces of nature from outside the island, and it's set against the forces of oppressive religion within the island. In 2012, the BFI restored all 9 surviving Hitchcock silent films and commissioned new music for each of the restorations. So mine was the last, and they commissioned me to write for a very small ensemble. In the end, it was 5 musicians with me at the piano. And it had some improvisation, because it's more free when you're, leading from the piano. But I would say about 70% composed. And then that just had the one performance, because there turned out to be problems with the rights, who owned the rights of the film. So for 10 years, nothing happened. But about 2-3 years ago, Jay, the festival director, and I started talking about this film, this score, and how I'd always wanted to develop it, orchestrate it, bring more soloists in, and he liked the idea. So it's thanks to Jay and the Giornate that this has finally happened. Obviously, there was a delay because of COVID, but they've been incredibly generous to make this happen. So it's like a new commission in a way, a second commission. So of the BFI proposed the film to me, it was a commission. But I'd always liked the film. I'd played for it before just as a piano solo, so I knew the film. I find it very moving. But my way into the composition was to take the cue from the setting, the Isle of Man. And although in a way the story could happen, on one level it could happen anywhere, which is the universal part, but there's also a very specific part to it. There are dances, there's a wedding scene, the influence of religion, Methodist religion is very strong and very specific to the setting. So I researched the traditional music of the island, which it's very kind of common to other Celtic countries. So it's got similarities to Ireland, Brittany, Scotland. But there are certain very famous folk tunes within the Isle of Man that are still played today. So I communicated with a woman who runs the Music Heritage Foundation of the island. And she recommended these pieces to me, which are kind of woven into the score. In terms of proportion of the score, it's quite small, but the influence is strong. What I would like is that people, when they get to the end of the score, they don't know what is my music and what is the music of the island, because there are a lot of other melodies that are mine, which I think sound similar to the old folk tunes. And I think by the time I got to the end of the score, it was so in my blood that I think it was coming out as idiomatic. So that's what I hope anyway. And I hope people are moved. You know, I hope the film is moving. I hope the music and the film together makes for, you know, a great closing gala.